What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, coming at you guys with another one of my Dueling Network projects come to life. Something which I've been having a lot of fun with when I just don't feel like testing any decks, but I feel like playing a good bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Chain Summon Gadgets. This is a deck that I've been playing on Dueling Network for quite some time. Some of you guys who've been watching me have probably seen it, and it has brought me great success. It has given a lot of speed to gadgets, which I didn't think I'd be able to do, but it's definitely been really fun for me to play. So I figured I'd show you guys my list, because I managed to get everything in. I had almost everything sitting in my binders already, but now I've actually kind of gotten the motivation to build it, and I figured I'd actually show you guys what I'm playing. The only thing is, that the only thing about this entire profile that's probably going to make people cringe is the 9 gadgets. This deck plays the gadgets in 3 ofs rather than in 2 ofs, and sometimes it does generate some quite cloggy hands, but it's really fun, and you do need the 9 gadgets because of how quickly you can go through them. So to start off the profile, I'm playing 3 red, 3 yellow, and 3 green gadgets. You should know what each of these does. Red searches for yellow, yellow searches for green, and green searches for red, with green being the biggest and yellow being the smallest of the gadgets. So, as if that matters, I mean, it doesn't really matter against the size of most things in the meta right now, but if there's ever one you want to use for aggression, green gadget is that gadget to go aggressive with. The key thing you've got to think about with gadgets is, and we've got to focus on when we get to the chain summon part, is whenever you summon your gadget, you're getting your chain link 1. That's what you want to think about with your chain link 1. For our chain link 2, we play 3 copies of Kagetokage. I'm actually missing a Kagetokage. I honestly forgot to add one to my wants list, so I didn't trade one in at the locals. So I am missing one, sadly. But the 3 Kagetokage are our chain link 2. This is our most common way of making the chain link 2, and allowing us to go off with our chain summon. This guy can also accompany your gadgets to get you free pluses. You can often go summon gadget, search a new gadget, special summoning this when you summon the gadget, and then making King of the Feral Imps, replacing this, so you basically make King of the Feral Imps for free. So that's a thing. So the Kagetokages are in there mainly as your chain link 2, but also as a big enabler to your Xyz plays. And it also allows you to go -1 into an Exciton night if you do want to make the Exciton play. So there's that. I then play 3 copies of Tin Goldfish. This is going to be a Chainlink 1 guy as well, but Chainlink 1 in tandem with the Tin Goldfish, so in tandem with the Kagetokage, is really good. If you use this card to start off your chain summon combos, it leads to some incredibly strong plays, and with the ability of Gear Gigant X to consistently replace this throughout your chain summon plays, it can lead to some incredibly big boards. So triple the Goldfish, I'll probably do a combo at the end of this. Triple Goldfish, and then for the Machinas, because you do play Machinas in this, I play 2 Machina Gearframes and 2 Machina Fortresses. These aren't that essential to your win conditions, but they're in here as an option. A lot of the time, if you aren't pushing for game, you want to push for advantage, your chain summon combo can end in this guy, and you can add this, and you can then make another Gigant and things like that. You can just it can lead to some incredible pluses. So you should really test this deck, because you can make some really cool plays. And then the last machine I play that I couldn't find in German is Machina Cannon as a reborn for these guys. And then the only 2 hand traps I play are 2 Tragoedia. I really like Tragoedia for its ability to get you into rank 4 and rank 7 Xyzes. That's the main reason it's in here. It's also in as Battle Stopper, and I side into Triple Max C, which makes this even more live, but the Tragoedias are in there. And that is the monster lineup. We'll move that off of shot. For the spell lineup, it's all stuff. It's very simple actually. There's only 8 spells. 3 MST. 3 MSTs go in here as our chain link 2s for our chain summon, and they're also in here because they're MSTs, and they're a really good card this format. And going into the next one, they're really good at tackling the Abyss Spheres and Tenkies, and tackling your opponent's back row in the events that you want to go off. But you can also use them aggressively when you summon your gadget and don't have a Kagetokage. You can activate an MST as your Chain Link 2 and then activate Chain Summon as your Chain Link 3. Now, I'm actually going to talk about the Chain Summon card because some of you guys are probably going, what the hell is you on about? I played 3 copies of Chain Summoning. Sorry, I always call it Chain Summon, and I know Chain Summon is actually a different card. But Chain Summoning reads, I'll hold it up to the camera, if I can get the camera to focus. It's not going to do it. There we go. Activate only as Chain Link 3 or higher. You can normal summon or set up to 3 times this turn. You cannot activate this card if multiple cards / effects with the same name are in the chain. So you can use Chain Summoning to allow you to normal summon 3 times in a turn, and bear in mind that that 3 times normal summon can be 3 Tin Goldfishes, which are consistently replaced each time you make a Gigant. So you can, in some situations, normal summon a Goldfish and a Gadget, make a Gigant, add that Goldfish back, normal summon it again, special summon the Gadget that the first Gadget searched you, and you can make 3 Gear Gigants for free. So it's pretty cool. Or 2 Gigants and a 3rd X monster. So the 3 Chain Summoning are really, really strong in here. The only problem is you need to set up those Chain Link 2s to allow you to make a Chain Link 3 play. The best thing about this card as well is the fact that if your opponent responds to any of your cards, like your Gear Frames, your Gadgets with, if they try to Bottomless the Gear Frame, if they try to Fiendish Chain, the Gear Frame or the Gadget, if they try to Veiler, all of that is Chain Link 2, and you can then respond with Chain Summoning as Chain Link 3, and then proceed to go off if you have more normal summons, if you're able to play around that Fiendish Chain or Veiler. So it's really good, really good in the event that your opponent responds to your cards, because you can then make further plays. So 3 Chain Summoning, and then I'm playing 2 Pot of Duality. I treat Pot of Duality a lot like Upstart Goblin now, so if there are less than 40 cards that you want to play, that's what you play these for. These are my 39th and 40th card. I was playing 3, but I wanted to cut 1 for the 3rd MST, and I'm preferring the 3rd MST because it gives me more chainables. The Pot of Dualities are in here in the events that you don't want to do a Chain Summoning push or a Special Summoning push in that turn. You just want to try and modulate your hand or set it up a bit more. A lot of the time you will just find yourselves in dead hands, summoning a Gadget, searching a new one, so your deck thinning, activating Pot of Duality and trying to find your Chain Summoning. So you're just trying to get to your combo pieces, so that's why these are in here. And that rounds off our spells, actually. Those are all the spells I play. It's just, those are the only ones you'll need. The monsters put in almost all the work, and the traps keep you alive. Next, onto the traps, I play double Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain in certain situations of desperation can also be used as your Chain Link 2 with your Gadget Chain Link 1s to get your Chain Summoning going. So you can use it in that capacity, and then you've also got the fact that Fiendish Chain is an incredibly valid card this format. I was playing 3, but I decided to cut 1 to make room for the 2nd Dimensional Prism because I was only playing 1. And I'm really not regretting that decision at all. So double Fiendish Chain is a thing, and it does have some dual purposing in the deck. Then moving on through the traps, I play double Dimensional Prison. I just really like this card at the moment. Double Mirror Force. I should probably say about the battle traps, when you play attrition-based grind games with your gadgets, keeping one gadget that you summon alive is really, really good, because it then allows you another free turn to next turn normal summon the gadget you search with the first one, make Xyz plays, and you've searched another one to replace that gadget as well. You can also make attack pushes, and if your opponent mirror forces or torrentials, they're basically mirroring and torrentialing free cards, so you don't go minus at all when you make your pushes with those. So defending your gadgets is actually a pretty key part of this. And also the fact that your opponent's bears and things like that are all bigger than your gadgets, you do want to have battle traps to stop them just absolutely mauling you. And then I play a group of one-offs in the form of Torrential Tribute, Bottomless Trap Hole, Solemn Warning, and another chainable card, Trapstun. Trapstun is in here, again, just like the MSTs and the Kagetokages, as our Chain Link 2. You can go summon a gadget, they go, that's fine, you go Trapstun, and then you go Chain Summoning, and you can go off. Because there are very few traps that can respond to Chain Summoning, so you don't really have to worry about going Stun, Chain Summoning, and then responding to the Chain Summon. There's not much they can really do when you Trapstun. So there's that. That is the complete main deck. It's very simple, very to the point. We're now going to move on to the old extra deck. For the extra deck, I play 3 copies of Gear Gigant X. You need these for situations in which you make their plays. Long story short, so 3 Gigant is in here for the situations in which you need to make the triple Gigant Chain Summoning play, which is actually very easy to make, and that is also 6,900 damage in those 3. So you push your opponent down to 11 if these 3 all get their direct attacks. So these are pretty good. Continue on, I play 1 King of the Feral Imps for setting up our Kagetokages. I do admit that there is an option in Masked Chameleon. You can play Masked Chameleon, but I found that Masked Chameleon was a bit inconsistent in this deck, and it didn't serve the main purpose of setting up chain summoning plays. Yes, it was pretty cool because it gave me access to Crimson Blader. It could revive Machina Gearframe and make plays there, but it just wasn't really working out. I didn't really want to play the Masked Chameleon because it just didn't add anything to the deck. It just gave me another option, and options is something that this deck doesn't actually want. It just wants to do its main play. So that was the king. The king of the Fire Elements is just in there to set up your Kagetokage play as your Chain Link 2. So it's a searchable way to get your deck going. Continuing on, I play 2 copies of Evilswarm Exciton Knight. This deck is it's a level 4 deck. Another cool thing you can do when you do your chain summoning play is if you summon the first gadget and go Kagetokage chain summoning, you can make this nuke your entire opponent's board, and then you've still got 2 more normal summons to go, which can be 2 more gadgets, and you can really go plus, because you can do this while you're lower down in advantage, nuke your opponent's board, and then start summoning more gadgets and go more advantageous, so you can Exciton Knight and then go Mega Plus and just be so far up on your opponent. So double Exciton is in here just because a lot of the time you'll never make the second one, but when you do have the chain summon play twice and you want to do that again if you've lost advantage again, because it is possible with gadgets, they are quite flimsy. If you've lost advantage again, you can Exciton a second time. So it's in there, and you're always 1 Goldfish or 1 Kagetokage away from Exciton Knight. So it's a very, very valid card in this deck and a very big threat. I then play 1 Diamond Direwolf. This is just mainly for nuking itself, targeting itself and targeting your opponent's back row, or anything that's locking you out. So the Direwolf is in there as just removal when you can't Exciton Knight when you are plus on your opponent, because it is very easy to go plus in this deck. I then play 101 as our outs to kind of sticky special summons that can't be destroyed. 1 Abyss Dweller for the obvious matchups. 1 Maestroke because it is the strong generic rank 4. 1 Daigusto Emerald because sometimes you do run out of gadgets, long story short, so you have to play the Emerald to reset them. The 1 Gaga Cowboy for the 800 burn, which you can make. You can have situations where you go chain summoning and make the Cowboy at the end. And then 1 Crazy Box for Skill Drain, because Skill Drain is becoming quite a lot more present with the new Dragon Ruler deck that came out of ARGCS Vegas. And then I play 2 rank 7s for I've forgotten the names because they're German. Machina Fortresses, just because the Fortresses are really, really good, and you can make these with Fortress and Tragoedia. Sorry, I was having a bit of trouble remembering that. I play 1 Draco Sack because it's the generic guy, and 1 Big Eye because Big Eye is just so damn good. So I guess I should show you quickly like an ideal combo with this deck to have. Let me see now. What we want is we're gonna want a Goldfish. We're gonna want a Kagetokage, and I'll just take the gadgets out as a group, and we'll have a green. We'll have a Green Gadget, and then say like this is. You know, I'll do it as one of the more inopportune versions. Or we'll do it as the Trapstone version. That'll do. Trapstone is just our Chain Link 2. You can replace this with Kagetokage or with whatever you may want to change it for. So we're going to have a Trapstone set, and we've got a hand of this. We go summon Tin Goldfish, activate effect as Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, and then we activate our Chain Summoning as Chain Link 3, so we can now normal summon 3 times this turn. We've already done it once, so we can normal summon another 2 times. So we resolve the chain. Chain Summoning resolves first. Second, Trapstone. Third, Tin Goldfish special summons our Gadget, and then Gadget activates, searching as a red. So we can now go into Gear Gigant X, wherever he is. Are they down here? We can now go into Gear Gigant X, activate Gigant's effect, sending Tin Goldfish to the graveyard, and if you feel like deck thinning, you can search another one from the deck, or if you feel like leaving them in the deck because they are really good combo cards, you can add that one from the grave back to your hand. We can now normal summon again. Effect, special summon. Effective Red Gadget, searching out a Yellow Gadget. We can then Xyz again into another... Oh, I've put them over here. Another Gigant. Activate that Gigant, sending this to grave, and then adding it from the grave back to your hand. And we can then summon Goldfish again. Special summon your Yellow. And then Yellow can add as a green. So we're back at the green. And we can then Xyz again into if we want to, another Gigant. And Gigant's effect can, I guess, set us up again. Or it can be used to search our deck for things like our Gearframes for later on, or just cool stuff like that. And you also have a field of 3 Gigants, which your opponent says to your opponent, you have to have Dark Hole. If you don't, I'm then going to get even more searches next turn. Set up fortresses. It's just a really, really cool way of gaining massive, massive advantage and just making Gigants for free. So yeah, guys, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that combo kind of showed you one of the quick things this deck can do, and then just imagine being able to do all sorts of other things with that instead of those Gigants, like, oh, I don't know, a couple of these. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This has been my Chain Summon Gadget deck profile. I've had a lot of fun testing this on Dueling Network. I hope you guys are able to net deck this off me and have just as much fun testing it as well. Otherwise, I think that's about everything I wanted to say. This has been Jamie the Kid 00 with a Chain Summoning Gadget deck profile, and I'll see you guys next time with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content. Bye-bye.